Hello,
Hello.
Svetlana and Sergey here to talk a little bit again. Lana was asked some questions, and instead of just her doing the long talk, let's just do the same kind of questions and answers from start to finish about HSCT. So, one of the questions that people have been asking is, so how do you start the process? How do you start the process of application? How do you start contacting Chicago?
Okay. If you're a part of Dr. Burt's HCT community, there's a file section, and you want to go to the file section, and where it says read first, read it. It will give you specific directions on how to apply. Basically, it's an email, and it tells you what you need to include in that email. And
It's right there on the top.
It's right.
This
Yeah,
is by files.
it's right there, and I can then certainly, when I post this video, include that file section as well.
If you don't see it on the mobile version from your tablets or from your phone, some people don't actually go to the computer and you'll see it.
Yeah, so that's how you apply. You apply by reading about how to apply, and then just basically following instructions that were incredibly well laid out for us.
So the other question that people obviously ask is how long you wait for an answer once you did the contact.
Everybody waits differently. There are people that wait weeks, months, and there's people that hear back within a week.
And people getting upset when they not getting answers within a few weeks. So don't be the actually busy people.
They are very busy. I mean, they're incredibly busy. I mean, today they admitted 16 Dr. Burt's patients. I know.
Didn't know that.
Today they have.
Well, they discharged.
They discharged a whole bunch, and they admitted 16.
Well, so.
Yeah. So they are very busy. So he's doing, not only is he doing clinicals, he's doing hospital visits.
Yeah.
I know that tomorrow morning.
It's not good.
I know Caitlin said he's not going to be here because he has something else to attend to. So he's a busy guy, and they're a busy office, and they're always so packed. So I know that patience is one of those great virtues that's maybe time to learn, and it sucks, but just be patient, and don't, send a follow-up email if you need to. Or my favorite person, I'll give you a tip, my favorite person in his office is Kim Bracey. Kim Bracey, she is amazing. She doesn't know who I am, she wouldn't know an orange from an apple. But if I say, hey Kim, I'm blah blah blah, this is happening, okay, hold on. She never, I'll call you back. I never got that. She holds on, and if I have to wait 20 minutes, she comes back to me, and she would give me an answer. So Kim Bracey is her name. If you call just like a regular phone line, 312 whatever, and say, hey, speak to Kim Bracey, they will transfer you to her. Sometimes she even answers it, and you can forward her with a question. Hey, I sent an email. I'm wondering what's going on with that. So, but I never told you this. Please don't tell Kim I told you this. Okay.
In words of Monty Python, you patient, be patient, keep warm, call ambulance. Right. So, so the next obvious question is, so once you hear you back, you obviously, there will be some tests and things, and how long that, I mean, I remember it was like a few days of the buck tap tests in Chicago. Then you came back, and then how long it took you to get from yes, we done tests to yes, come here?
Well, you're skipping a little bit. So you're here. So you will hear from them. You will get an email.
Oh, you're right.
You will get an email. We have received your email, and yes, we do want to see you, or no, we do not want to see you. You will receive one or the other. Yes, we do want to see you. They will want you to send your MRIs and your records to them. So for me, it was about this, I don't know, but this many MRIs.
Speaking of.
And 500-page document of my records to them that we just went to UPS and we sent it to them. I got a call 2 weeks later saying we want to schedule you for evaluation.
Yeah, speaking of application process altogether, they are still doing the FDA approval, so lots of people getting upset when, I mean, it is understandable when you don't hear back or when they say, no, we don't want you. But please understand that they're still trying to do the whole approval thing. So if you ailed by two things, like MS and diabetes, chances are they will tell you they will not take you because they could not take risks right now. Whereas 2, 3, 4, I mean, however many one person can be ill with, unfortunately, your age will be one of things as well. Unfortunately, super young people, i.e. below 18, and people that are well past prime.
Am I past prime?
No, you're fine.
Are you past prime?
Kind of, yes. They will get rejected probably as well, just because.
But you don't know.
Just based on age.
Don't listen to him. Still apply.
Okay.
Still apply, because I can tell you there is a gal.
Well, just don't
making history, and he
just don't get upset. If they'll tell you that seriously, I mean, you can take a chance. There is always hope, but right now in Chicago, it's still kind of critical stuff. So after you hear back,
you will get an email saying, "Hey, we want to schedule evaluation. Please send us your records and your MRIs." You do that, then they give you a call back within a couple of weeks. Hopefully, again, no time frame. I'm not giving you a time frame because there is none. Hopefully, very quick, because once they say, "Hey, we want it," they're interested. Again, Kim Bracey. Remember that name. So you will send it in and then wait for the call for a week. If not, then you call Kim Bracey office, and you don't say, "Hey, Lana said that." Oh my gosh, I'm in so much trouble.
Yes, you are.
I need to send her cookies. Oh shit. So I know, I'm terrible.
Just restrain yourself from divulging information.
I know, but I want. So, and then they will schedule your evaluation.
Yeah, the other fight that you have is obviously being U.S. healthcare. You have a fight for the insurance.
So you're going in. So now you're saying what happens once you schedule evaluation.
Yeah.
Once your evaluation is scheduled, they'll give you a date. Usually it's within a month, so you have like a month. At least it was for me. It could be different for others. Let's say for me it was a month. So within a month, I needed to figure out, well, is my evaluation covered or not covered? Because looking at the tests, it was going to be $16,000 for everything that I needed to do. So
there should be dollar sign jumping down the scale.
Big dollar signs. So so you I mean that don't be oblivious to that. The evaluations are expensive as well, so that needs to be taken into consideration. So you have a month. So this is where I basically again called my guardian angel at Dr. Burt's office. Change the name. Called my guardian angel at Dr. Burt's office, and I said, "Hey, I'm scheduled for evaluation. What do I do now? How do I know if I get covered or not?" And she said, "Okay, who's your insurance company?" She looks it up, because in the packet that she will send to them, they will get your insurance cards. You will need to make copies of it. So we confirmed it. She's like, "All right, let me start the process on sending this to your insurance company and see what they can cover you for."
So basically the thing you do not do calling your insurance company first, trying to figure this out, for various reasons. One of which is that none of us is actually, well, most of us, let's put it this way, are not medically educated well enough to know all the procedures, all the funky numbers that they need to make these decisions. And obviously the easiest answer that the insurance company have is no.
Yeah, so basically what you need to remember is that Dr. Burt's office people who handle this, they know how to file this.
Yep. So
They
that's
know
why just
what
leave it
codes
now.
to file it, because you might have been taking for on compensation basis, as they call it. But they know that if it's whatever insurance, they might approve you for. So I don't know. They play with it. All I can say is that they play with it. Not on my business. They file it.
Yeah, they do.
They do. So basically, just leave it. Do not call your insurance company.
Just
Done.
basically, I mean, you can still obviously do that, but like in many great other cases, just let the professionals handle it, and just typically it will go smooth enough. Even if you just remember, even if your insurance company tells you to take a hike, you have a right to appeal, which is wrong in the process, but you can probably still do that. The other route to take, obviously, is the fundraising.
Sure.
But in case of Chicago, unfortunately, the costs are quite higher than going, for example, to Russia. So, realistically speaking, doing the whole fundraising on the full amount,
It's possible. It's just incredibly challenging to raise.
especially if you are within the short time frame, it's hard.
It's hard.
So just, I mean, try insurance route first at least, and even, and I mean, ideally you want to do both because there will be still costs associated with the travels and staying
Food.
and all the stuff that
It's expensive.
insurance will not cover, or will cover partially, you know, the usual, or we will cover 80%, where you have to pony up 20%. There's all sorts of stuff, basically, and just remember that also, especially if you out of work at the moment, disability and all this stuff, so your income decreasing greatly, and even normally you might have been able to do something that, you know. Anyway, that's the money talk.
That's insurance talk. So I also want to mention that in my case, and I know of many others, people get case manager. Case managers are a good thing. Case managers can help you give answers to some of the questions. They may not tell you everything. They just may not answer and say, I don't know. We cannot answer that to you. But if they know something, they will tell you. If they know that this is what's pending to get you approved, they know that. So it's good information to have, to where you can call Dr. Burt's office and say, hey guys, where are you at on that? Because this is what's pending. And they're like, well, how do you know? Well, I know. So I know. So I know I felt pretty mighty.
Yes, you are.
So case managers are a good thing. So if you get a call saying, hi, I'm your case manager, would you like to have a case manager?
So
I say go for it.
that adds yet another time. Then after that, how long until the?
So once it took me about a month. So evaluation, I got approved for evaluation for insurance. I came in, I did my evaluation. This is where it's different for everybody. Dr. Burt, from what I hear, rarely tells you on the spot that you're accepted or not accepted.
So you might have to wait, and in case of the Chicago, there are two doctors that actually evaluate you to be accepted, Dr. Burt and Dr. Balabanov, and
there's
right
Dr.
now,
Allen.
and there's Dr. Allen, but there's the right now people come into Chicago and Dr. Balabanov isn't here. So they have to basically wait until he comes back to do the final decision.
So basically, when you come for evaluation,
it's a game.
If you get an answer right away,
you're lucky.
Party time, have a drink. Seriously, I mean, that's awesome. That does not happen very often. So have a drink and then celebrate. Otherwise, you get to go home and practice your patience some more. You know.
And then after that, again.
And after that, you will hear. At some point, nobody can give you time and date or how long it takes. It might be a week, it might be 2 weeks, and then people also get maybe within a week a call and saying we're not accepting you.
But there is also there is another bit that.
But so you might get a call saying that you're not accepted, and it's just today somebody posted they actually got a call, and they said, you know what? After careful consideration, we are taking you on compensation basis, and this person was already denied. So it's awesome.
The other thing to remember that before, well, by that time, if you're on the meds for your, I mean, seriously, that might take for, like, that's the other thing, that even if you accept it, you will have drugs in your system that you are taking to maintain your state. In case of MS, there's the usual Tisabri, Abagio, Tecfidera, and all the good stuff. In case of other diseases, unfortunately I don't know. The point in case is that your liver will be polluted with all this stuff, and they will not start even beginning of the process, i.e. what comes after the operation, until you're free. So they will prescribe you some meds and do the blood works, and you have to wash it out. And some of these meds, especially if you've been taking them for a considerable amount of times,
Like me?
well,
Yeah.
it took her 3 rounds
Of washouts.
of particularly disgusting washout that normally people take. I mean, each round was about 7 days or something like that. No, more than 7 days.
It was 11 days.
11 days.
And then
right.
7 days wait, and then
Yes.
take your blood test.
So 11 days, but no, and you just think about the conversion. Normal washout like that take for people actually take it before, colonoscopy,
So-
all the good, all the cholesterol. They take it for like 1 or 2
I think
weeks.
what you're trying to say, basically, guys,
Patients.
if you were, besides patients, if you are accepted, like you came in for evaluation and you got a call, yeah, you're in, and you haven't stopped your meds,
Start tapering it or something.
tapering
Just-
or stop. I know you're gonna say, but Lana, I'm gonna feel like crap. I'm gonna have relapses. Yes, you will. Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
And I had relapses, and I was on steroids.
If you need, Dr. Burt's
non-stop.
office will actually call you and do the whole steroid thing.
Yeah, Dr. Burt's office
Yes.
called in steroids. My neurologist had steroids. So, I mean, I did 7 days of prednisone. I did 5 days of prednisone, Solomedrol. I did it all. But it's worth it. And in my case, it took so long to wash out.
Yeah.
I don't know why my body's so stubborn, but my body was stubborn. So, once you get a call that you are accepted,
Start.
Stop.
Unless you got the date that like 6 months ahead or 8
Sure.
months ahead, then you're probably right. But if it's like
right.
something like 3-4, start washing out. It will greatly increase your chance of not missing your date.
Okay. So that's that. So next you
Then comes
will.
the date.
Here comes the date. Your insurance approved you, or whatever the circumstances are. You will get a date, and
We're running long.
huh?
We're running long, so we will make the second part
Okay.
just so we kind of keep it. So that will take a while as well, and then you'll come into the hospital. And
And what happens in the hospital? So next
Yes.
process of what happens here
And
is
we'll
what
talk about
people
it.
had questions about,
Yes.
and we'll talk about what happens when you get here.
All right. Toodles. Till next time.